there is also a need to have some incentives at investor level. And I remember, well, I'm not that old, but I remember the Eurotunnel saga, if I may say. The retail investors were strongly invited by governments, governments at large, so I do not blame some specific entities or whatever, but were incentivized to finance the Eurotunnel via stock holdings. Well, Eurotunnel, before it opened, nearly went bankrupt. So is that what we want for retail investor? We have to ask the good questions. But I think, unfortunately, somehow for EU actions, one of the major incentives would be via the tax incentives, promoting long-term investment, just like we have for insurance or for pension funds. Clients and investors buy those type of products because they want to save for their future and because they have an advantage. Otherwise, they would choose other products or they would try other alternatives. Banks may be able to partner with local institutions or regional development institutions. And one of the elements for me that is clearly missing when I read the proposal from the Commission earlier this year, it's a clear lack of strategy. Okay, we want to develop growth. Okay, that's a nice objective. But what do we do and where do we go exactly? If you remember, for example, what happened in the United States in the mid-90s, they were able to finance, or they were willing to finance internet and IT technologies. And there was the highway of information. There was massive budget attributed to that. There was massive political effort developed in that direction, supporting that types of objective. And here, what we see is, okay, we want to develop growth, and you banks need to give money away. That's not a solution. Why would I commit to something where I don't know what are the real objectives or the real aims? However, there are opportunities. SME financing is one, but green technologies probably have a great future, IT or infrastructure. We need some more IT or internet solutions in Europe. We also need better infrastructure. We need to refurbish the ones that we have. We need to develop more roads, etc. You just have to walk in the streets of Belgium to see that roads may need some renewals. That's also coming from financing, and that's also helping develop growth and helping develop growth for the future. So, in a way, I would probably end up with a strange conclusion, having said all this, is that in the end, everything starts and begins with education. And you need to educate, just like what we are doing today, at every level. You have to start in the classrooms, helping children think about financial matters. That would help for SMEs. You also have to help and discuss or educate banks so that they are better able to understand the different types of projects, and they are perhaps more willing to commit some money to the various projects. And you are also willing to educate somehow regulators, because they also need to understand that banks are confronted to difficulties.